Close your eyes for a moment, not to escape this video, but to escape the noise inside you. There is something you are still holding. Maybe it is a person, maybe it is a memory, maybe it is a version of yourself that no longer exists. You call it love, you call it ambition, you call it loyalty, you call it this is just who I am. But deep down, you know, it is weight. And the strange thing is, you complain about the weight, yet you refuse to put it down. Tonight, we are not going to talk about motivation. We are not going to talk about success. We are not even going to talk about self-improvement. We are going to talk about something far more dangerous, letting go. Because the truth is, you are not suffering because life is cruel. You are suffering because you are clinging. And clinging feels safe. Clinging feels like control. Clinging feels like identity. But clinging is slow suffocation. You say, I can't let go. But what you really mean is, if I let go, who will I be? Listen carefully. Letting go is not about losing something. It is about losing the illusion that you ever possessed it. You never owned that person. You never owned that success. You never owned that image of yourself. You are simply experiencing it. And experience is like a river. Try to hold the river in your fist. What happens? The tighter you grip, the less you hold. This is the tragedy of human life. We try to freeze what was meant to flow. You want love to stay exactly the same. You want people to never change. You want your body to remain young. You want your mind to remain certain. But existence is movement. And when you resist movement, you create friction. Friction becomes pain. Pain becomes suffering. Suffering becomes your identity. And then you say, why me? The real question is, why are you holding? Look at your life honestly. How much of your energy is spent protecting something that is already gone? An old relationship, an old insult, an old dream, an old mistake. You replay it, you refeel it, you re-argue with ghosts. And you call this thinking. No, this is clinging. You think if you hold it long enough, you will finally understand it. But understanding does not come from gripping. It comes from relaxing. Have you noticed something? When you try very hard to fall asleep, sleep escapes you. When you stop trying, sleep comes naturally. The same is true for peace. The more you try to force peace, the more restless you become. Letting go is not an action. It is the absence of force. You do not let go the way you throw something away. You let go the way a leaf lets go of the branch in autumn. No drama, no announcement, just ripeness. You are not ready to let go because you are not ready to trust life. That is the real fear. You think, if I stop controlling, everything will collapse. But look around you. The sun rises without your permission. Your heart beats without your management. Your breath flows without your supervision. Life is already happening without you controlling it. Then what exactly are you holding? Mostly stories. Stories about how things should be. Stories about how people should behave. Stories about how your life must unfold. And when reality does not match the story, you suffer. Let me tell you something very simple. Reality is never wrong. Your expectation is. You are not hurt by what happened. You are hurt because what happened did not match your inner script. And that script is what you must let go. You cannot let go of people. You cannot let go of events. They are already gone. You can only let go of your attachment to the image of how they should have been. This is why letting go feels like death. Because you are not dropping a situation. You are dropping a part of your ego. And ego hates emptiness. Ego wants definition. Ego wants certainty. Ego wants ownership. Letting go feels like standing in the open sky with nothing to hold. But that openness is freedom. You are tired, not because you are doing too much, but because you are holding too much. Notice your body. Even now, there is tension somewhere. Jaw, shoulders, chest, stomach. You are gripping life physically. Relax the shoulders. Let the jaw soften. Let the breath slow. Feel that. A little space appears. That space is the beginning of letting go. Letting go does not start in the mind. It starts in awareness. When you become aware that you are holding, something naturally loosens. You do not have to fight attachment. Fighting is another form of attachment. Just observe it. Observe how your mind runs back to the same person. Observe how your thoughts repeat the same fear. Observe how your heart tightens at the same memory. Do not judge, do not fix, just watch. Watching is powerful, because when you watch without reacting, attachment loses fuel. Attachment survives on unconscious repetition. When you bring light, darkness cannot remain. You think letting go means you will stop caring. No, it means you will start loving without possession. There is a difference. Possession says, you are mine. Love says, I am grateful you are here. Possession says, don't change. Love says, grow freely. Possession creates fear of loss. Love accepts impermanence. You confuse possession with love. That is why relationships become prisons. You hold so tightly that both of you cannot breathe. Letting go does not mean leaving someone. It means releasing your need to control them. It means allowing them to be who they are, even if that means they are not what you imagined. This is maturity. Immaturity clings, maturity flows. You are afraid that if you let go, you will be empty. But listen carefully. You are already empty. You just filled the emptiness with noise. And emptiness is not something to fear. Emptiness is spaciousness. When you empty your hands, they are free to receive. When your cup is full of old water, fresh water cannot enter. Right now, your life is full of yesterday, and you are asking for tomorrow. Impossible. Drop yesterday, and tomorrow appears on its own. Letting go is not about effort, it is about insight. Once you see clearly that holding is hurting you, you do not need discipline to drop it. You drop it the way you drop a hot coal, immediately. But first, you must feel the burn. Many people say they want to let go, but they secretly enjoy their suffering, because suffering gives them identity. I am the one who was betrayed. I am the one who was abandoned. I am the one who failed. These stories give importance. If you drop the story, who are you? Just awareness, just presence. And that feels unfamiliar. The mind prefers familiar misery over unfamiliar freedom. Freedom is vast. Misery is small but comfortable. You sit in your small room of pain because at least you know the walls. Letting go is stepping into open sky. There are no walls, no guarantees, no labels. Only being. You think you are afraid of losing someone. Actually, you are afraid of losing your psychological anchor. You built your sense of self around them. Without them, you feel undefined. Good, undefined is beautiful. Definition is limitation. When you define yourself too tightly, you cannot grow. Letting go is dissolving definitions. You are not your past. You are not your relationship status. You are not your achievements. You are not your failures. These are experiences. You are the space in which they happened. And space cannot be hurt. Storms pass through the sky, but the sky is untouched. Become the sky. Stop identifying with the storm. Every time you say, "my pain," you shrink into the storm. Say instead, "there is pain." Observe it like weather. Clouds come, clouds go. You remain. Letting go is shifting from "I am the storm" to "I am the sky." Practice this. When sadness comes, do not say, "I am sad." Say, "Sadness is visiting." When fear appears, do not say, "I am afraid." Say, "Fear is moving through." This small change creates distance. Distance creates clarity. Clarity creates release. You cannot let go as long as you are fused with the experience. Separate gently, not by force, by awareness. Life is not asking you to detach from love. It is asking you to detach from illusion. The illusion that anything is permanent. The illusion that control brings security. The illusion that holding prevents loss. Everything you love will change. Everything you own will leave. Even this body will dissolve. This is not negative, this is truth. And truth, when accepted, is peaceful. Resistance to truth is suffering. You are trying to negotiate with impermanence. You are saying, yes, everything changes, but not this. Especially this. Especially the thing you want most. But existence does not sign contracts. It moves. If you flow with it, you experience beauty. If you resist, you experience pain. Letting go is saying yes to movement. It is saying, I trust the river more than my fear. And trust is not blind belief. It is deep relaxation. You relax into the unknown. The unknown is not your enemy. It is possibility. Your mind prefers known pain to unknown possibility. But life exists only in the unknown. The known is memory. The unknown is life. You are living in memory. Replaying, rehearsing, reimagining. Come back. Right now. Feel your breath. Listen to the silence between my words. That silence is not holding anything. It is open. Be like that. There is nothing to push away, nothing to grab. Just presence. You may ask, but how do I practically let go? Begin small. Notice one recurring thought, one memory that loops. Instead of following it, sit with the sensation in your body. Where do you feel it? Chest, throat, stomach. Breathe into that place. Do not analyze the story, feel the energy. Energy moves when felt. Stories repeat when analyzed. Let the energy move. You might cry, you might feel anger, you might feel emptiness. Allow it. Suppressed emotion becomes attachment. Felt emotion becomes freedom. You have been taught to control emotion, but emotion is movement. Let it move through you. When you stop resisting, the wave passes. Every wave passes. Remember this. No emotion stays forever. Only suppressed emotion lingers. Letting go is allowing. Allow sadness, allow love, allow departure, allow arrival. Do not cling to arrival. Do not resist departure. Both are part of the dance. Existence is a dance of coming and going. You are suffering because you are trying to freeze the dance into a statue. Statues are lifeless. Dance is alive. Be alive. If someone leaves, bless them. If something ends, bow to it. Gratitude dissolves attachment. Say, thank you for what you gave me. And move. Holding on is ingratitude. It says what you gave was not enough. You should have stayed forever. Nothing stays forever. Not even you. This is why each moment is precious. When you accept impermanence, you cherish without clinging. You love deeply but lightly. You participate fully but freely. This is the art of living. Letting go is not weakness, it is courage. It takes courage to stand without support. It takes courage to release the known. But once you release, you discover something surprising. You are supported by existence itself. You were never alone. You were just afraid. Afraid that without control, life would collapse. But life has been moving long before you were born. It will move long after you are gone. Trust that movement. Relax into it. Right now, there is something you know you need to release. A name, a regret, a fear. Bring it to your awareness gently. Do not push it away. Do not judge it. Just look at it. Ask yourself, what am I afraid will happen if I let this go? Silence. Listen. Maybe the answer is, I will be alone. I will feel empty. I will fail. I will be nothing. Good. Be nothing. Nothingness is spacious. From nothing, everything is possible. When you cling to being something, you limit yourself. When you allow yourself to be nothing, you are infinite. Letting go is returning to your original state, open, unfixed, alive. You came into this world empty-handed. You will leave empty-handed. Between those two emptinesses, why so much grasping? Relax your hands. You cannot carry life. You can only experience it. And experience is most beautiful when it is not possessed. As this video slowly moves toward its ending, notice something. You are still here, breathing, listening, aware. Whatever you have lost in your life, this awareness remains. This awareness does not cling. It simply witnesses. Rest there. Rest as awareness. Let thoughts come, let thoughts go. Let memories rise, let memories fall. You do not have to follow. You do not have to fix. You only have to be. And in this being, there is quiet joy. A subtle peace. Not the peace of achievement, not the peace of control. The peace of surrender. Surrender is not defeat, it is alignment. Alignment with what is. When you align with what is, resistance ends. When resistance ends, suffering dissolves. And what remains is lightness. You walk lighter, you love lighter, you breathe lighter. Because you are no longer dragging yesterday into today. Let today be new. Let this moment be fresh. Drop the story, drop the weight, drop the illusion. And feel how free you already are. You were never trapped by life. You were trapped by holding. Open your hands, let it fall, and notice you are still whole.